Previously on Blue Ridge Survivor, Tyler earned an advantage in the game.
It's like a fake idol that I can plant to somebody, and if they try to use it, then my actual idol activates.
But not everyone believed his story.
I don't know if I bought that.
After a close immunity challenge, it was Azurite who came out on top, sending Malachite back to tribal. While some of Azurite enjoyed sandwiches from their excursion, Malachite seemed to target Cody or Shay until Abby and Jason had an idea of their own.
It's either Tyler or Megan.
And though not all agreed, the choice was made to snuff Tyler's torch.
I better see an Azurite in there next.
17 are left. Who will be voted out tonight?
That sucked. I tried to keep a very happy face on because I truly don't take it personally. You know, like, it's a game. I get that. I didn't think I was going to win by any means. I would have liked to make it further, but sometimes it's not how the cards fall. Definitely sniped me once that second and third battle came up. I was like, fuck, well, that's it. But I still had a lot of fun. It was cool to participate in the challenges. I really liked talking to everybody on night 0. It was a cool experience, especially because I don't stay up that late anymore. So it was cool to, like, ooh, I'm having a late night chat with people. Like, yay. very different. I'm hoping that Redemption Island goes well. Maybe I will be able to get back in the game. Wouldn't that be fun? But overall, I had a very fun time, and I'm excited to at least talk with everybody on Redemption Island.
Jeez, I don't know if I'm allowed to say what the fuck on camera, but what the actual fuck. We just got done with a vote. I took a nap with 30 minutes left to go because I'm really struggling today. So I took a nap, and when I woke up from my nap, nobody pulled me aside and told me that the vote had changed.
Well, I dodged a bullet, number one. Everything went the way I thought it would, actually. Don't know if I'm like just, you know, the next one, but ultimately I'm trying to make sure I maintain that type of energy.
So the vote was not Shay, the vote was Tyler. And that name came out of nowhere for me. Like, absolute nowhere.
So the vote went exactly how I thought it would, and not at all how I wanted it to. Because Tyler went home. I thought Tyler was more of a member for me than, say, Shay, who is now in the game. And I think that move put Shay in Abby's back pocket. Up to this round, I've wanted Abby to be my ride or die, but I have a lot of hesitancy because I can see she's going off one-on-one with Emma a lot, and Emma's not me. I love Emma, but she's not me. So
Abby and I said, like, we're number ones, and I feel really good about it. So me, Rye, and Abby kind of talked about final 3, and so yeah, I'm kind of starting to make moves. This Tyler move felt really horrible to do, but I think it was a good move. I think that we have to start getting some people out in this tribe, but I feel really good about our alliance and the core 3 that we have. Okay.
Abby has started to prove herself as a game player, as she said in tribal council today. I have been looking at her for a few minutes now, and even more so, I think, now I'm looking at her.
So I guess the plan worked because the people that were supposed to vote Tyler did vote. We got majority. I knew that some people weren't going to vote me because I was the decoy, but like, that's fine.
The first initial like mention of it was Jason. Jason came up to me saying, like, he came up to me blatantly and was like, yeah, people are talking about you, but I got an idea, let's try to get it Tyler.
Jason came out swinging in the last round. He's the one who threw out Cody's name, he threw out Shay's name, and he threw out Tyler's name, and ultimately got Tyler out. Vance threw out 3 different names in 1 round. That's kind of a lot. He's going to throw out names so that I don't have to, get more blood on his hands so I can use him as a meat shield later on. Jason has a lot of red flags, and that's why I want to work with him. which is kind of crazy, but, you know, it's fun.
None of y'all could have, like, just come and whispered in my ear and said, hey, it's Tyler, right? Like, if that's what the answer is, and that's what the answer is. But, I'm so frustrated.
This fucking sucks. Yeah. A little bit of tea that's going on at the moment. I will say I trust everybody that I'm kind of honing in on those specific bonds with to form potential alliances with. I think there's a couple members of our tribe that are becoming a little bit less trustful. I'm just here for that one. I literally have no
Yeah.
I stress you guys. I do not want to do that either.
I don't either. Let's win. And then we don't have to either.
I wonder what's going to happen with the next round because I don't want people to come after me specifically anyways. I hope we win so that we don't have to do that again because that was terrible and I feel awful now. So
Both Sophie and I were left out in the vote. So that makes me anxious. I don't necessarily find myself being aligned with Sophie, but the idea that two of us were left out of the vote, and granted, we both showed up at the same time at the very end, but I feel like anybody could have told us. So when it comes to getting voted in the next vote, I don't know, possibly, and that sucks.
So the little bit of tea here is that along with all the stuff of not really actually knowing the true identity of who we were voting out, just for safety reasons to keep it a secret from the person, another person, Megan, told me that she saw Abby put an immunity idol into Shay's pocket. So she's like, you need to like get the word out real quick in this line because the person we're voting out is gonna play this idol and it's gonna be a whole thing.
I was sitting here earlier, sitting next to Sophie, right before tribal happened, like literally right before tribal happened. And I saw Abby put her hand underneath her skirt, like where her pocket would be in her skirt, take something out and then put it into the backpack of Shay. Right? You like the tea? There it is. Hot, steaming hot tea right there.
So I'm passing the word on because I think that this is what we're doing and like that's what it is. And so everybody's just like, oh, okay, got it. And they're just playing along with it. But come to find out that one never happens. Number one. Number two. I don't know, it feels like stirring the pot a little bit.
I did not want to be out of the vote. And it is what it is now. You know,
Yeah, no, that's valid.
Your name is never an option on the last round.
That's good. I was literally back there. I was like, they're gonna vote me out because I fucked up that puzzle.
No, like I was in you. Thank you so much.
You're right or die, buddy. We're here to the end. Final two, bud.
Yeah, let's do it. Honestly, I was hesitant about working with Sophie beforehand, but now that Tyler's gone, I'm like, yeah, Sophie, let's go. Let's rock it. Let's ride it back. And she just walked up to me and Sophie was like, final two. So I was like, ooh, that's spicy. That's tea. I like that.
I'm really cool with Josh. Ryan wants to, at least from what he says, he wants to work with me long term too. He said that pretty early on. So, I mean, and Shay too, honestly. So, Emma said that she is also down to talk with me more, have more like one-on-ones. Luckily, you know, I feel like I have hands in most pockets.
My thought process right now, I just have to make sure that I talk with everybody and be like, oh my gosh, what happened? And they're gonna take, oh my gosh, you were sleeping, you know, whatever.
box where I found the immunity idol. No one knows I have the idol. And because Keenan found the box and I was right next to him, I was trying to find the box so I could throw it away. Clearly I didn't throw it far enough. I was trying to throw it away so no one could find it.
I wouldn't want to get close to the river. You fall, slip.
Yeah.
Liability. That's too much.
It could be just junk, but there was like what, a salt shaker over there?
It was, yeah. Like, I think that they would like want to put more effort into the game. They'd be like, I have like the idol in it being like a piece of parchment. Like they want something tangible, like something bigger or better.
And maybe something like that's a gem.
Yeah.
That's why those little things over there, they're like, I don't know if it means something.
Those little rocks.
Literally, I know it is, but I'm like, it's just like, especially, yeah.
Papa was spending a lot of time over at that big log, like more than we should have. I looked in his pockets when he stood up. I couldn't see anything. Yeah. But I kind of wanted. I never got a chance to be like,
yeah. If he wants a big move, that's fine. So like, I think that either we can't do anything about it for someone that is not here anymore has it, or it's him and he's like waiting to be surprising, and that's fine. I'm fine with it.
Okay, my lovely Azurites, we have some more KT mail.
Hey, all the trinkets.
Come back up, guys.
I mean, that is like a jam of, I don't know, man. It's fair to say.
Who would like the honor of reading at this time?
Things are heating up. Now that 3 are gone, protect yourself at all costs, or it could be your curtain drawn. Drip drop, back and forth, you'll scurry. Don't get bent out of shape, and you'll have no need to worry.
Getting your first look at the new Malachite tribe, Tyler, voted out at the last tribal council.
For this immunity challenge, tribes need only complete the cube puzzle on the table in front of them. The catch is that while they are working on the puzzle, a container of water will be draining next to them. If the container runs out of water, then they must stop working on the puzzle until the container is refilled with water from the river. The tribe mates not working on the puzzle can delay the draining of the container by adding water to it from a source a short distance away. Ultimately, the first tribe to finish the cube puzzle will win immunity. With one extra member, Malachite chose to set out Jason to even up the numbers.
2, 1, go!
Alright. Go.
Right, very top. That's the very top piece.
Or the side piece.
Could be the side, you're right. So let's hold that out for a minute.
No.
Blue. Put the pink and a little bit of blue. And do that and the green.
This is possible.
Don't forget to stagger your water too. It's not all
Oh no, this can't be right. It has to be, because the blue has to be all the way to the edge. So that's not there.
Sorry, bro.
No, that's
Or this could be
Both tribes are doing pretty good at keeping their water levels high. Great job, guys. Keep it up.
Keep it up, you guys. You're crushing it. Should we have them take a look at this as well?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Tap in you real quick. Take a look at this. We're kind of at a set point. I'll trade out.
All right,
You do that
somebody
first.
get my screen. Good job. Good work, y'all.
Good work, y'all.
Need to hold these for a second?
Something's not right here.
At the top corner? It's the top corner. It's gonna go like that.
Yeah. Okay, so we got
So we need to find something that goes underneath there. A single pink.
Oh, let's go. They're not.
This is not an easy puzzle. It's truly not.
Keep it up. Good job.
Oh, it's a square. Oh my gosh, this square is actually one of the weirdest pieces.
Right.
Okay, so this
That
square.
must be an outside.
This has to go like this.
This goes like this.
Is there?
Right there.
Does this go?
Yep.
Check.
Do it for us. Do it for us.
That's it. Good job.
Greedy Tetris.
See another day. For now, please head back to your tribe.
Guys, Malcolm!
For the mining excursion this round, Malachite chose to send Megan from their tribe and Sam from the Azurite tribe.
And they were talking about challenge for Bornwitz, and that left me, Yanae, and Shay. And so all of our names were being thrown out. And then John's name got thrown out, and then Shay was going to be the backup plan.
Who's the person tonight?
No idea. We think it might be Keenan, but there's a lot of where he may have found the idol.
He's been looking. We know that he's been looking. This one that just happened, I got blindsided because I took a nap. When I went to bed, it was Shay. When I woke up, nobody pulled me aside until I voted Shay, but it was Tyler.
And everyone was voted.
Yeah, so me and Sophie both voted Shay.
Okay.
Because Sophie came back, I came back at the same time. They didn't tell either of us. So it was a blindside for us too, for sure. Yeah. I am really happy because I feel like potentially I was going to be next. I don't feel good about it.
You have earned an immunity amulet. So at the next tribal council you're about to attend, like what happened to Zach in the first one, and at the next tribal council you can receive no votes. This also comes with the Nutri-Grain bar that I will later deliver directly to you, and then you can add it to your individual route. Okay, perfect. Sound good? Any questions?
I don't think so. Now I'm going to wash my hands.
Yeah, I got a paper towel here. You want this?
Perfect, yeah.
And then you can...
I gotta go scramble. I don't got time to wash my hands.
So what you have just unearthed is a popcorn party. So what this means is whatever tribe you are on at the end of this night, and what I mean by that is if you happen to get voted out, then the eliminated players would receive this. So wherever you are, you get a popcorn party. So we'll make several bags of popcorn for you, bring it to you and your whole tribe, and y'all can enjoy the popcorn wherever you are.
Do I get first selection on the popcorn?
Yeah, I mean you can. The popcorn is ultimately yours, so you can share it or you have it all yourself, but there'll be enough for everybody.
I could be a dick and just be like, sorry, it's my popcorn.
Yeah.
I could be that girl.
Here you go. We got paper towels.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But yeah, do you have any questions about what's just happened?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, that popcorn party will come to whatever tribe you're on at the end of the night. So you can let your tribe know or not. It's up to you.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, you want to know the reason why you say that is because there's a tribe switch. Damn it. I hate you.
We'll see what happens.
I hate you. Damn it. Now I gotta tell them, and then they're gonna be pissed off because I switch. Okay. Can I tell them something else? No, I'm just gonna tell them. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, I don't. Maybe I don't hate you as much. Maybe still a little bit.
There's not a swap.
Like the person who talked the least when we were like, oh, we had an empty box. Well, Sam. Yeah.
What if he gets something?
Yeah. What if he doesn't get it?
That's something to consider, but I'm glad that was tonight.
There's like a lot of people that are really contributing to their talks too that I don't want to get with. Like Brian.
Not even.
We need him.
I'm not voting Brian.
I would never.
I wish we would have won that. It would have been nice to do a 3-peat, but I'm feeling pretty good. I went to the dig site with Megan, so I'm glad I was able to build that relationship with her yesterday. I think that paid off. I got some insight into her that she's maybe not in a great spot, so if we do swap, we do emerge, that's someone I definitely want to connect with, and then I want an amulet that's just good for this tribal, which is good. I have information. She got blindsided. Her and Sophie got blindsided.
Who was it that went with you again?
Megan.
Oh.
So Megan, because of the loan, they thought it was going to be Shay. So they took it out. and then woke up, and they had about 30 minutes to tribal. No one pulled them aside, so Sophie and Megan both did a Shay, the rest of them all preferred Tyler. So she's not feeling great. They're also concerned with the new trial happening, like after this potential negative, either. But if we're inside swap, I think she's the first one to jump ship. So whether we merge,
So that's someone we can pull in. That's really good information.
She's ready to go.
I've kind of had a good vibe from her when we were all together the first night too.
When I got back from the dig, I think Rafa went to the bathroom, and then that group just randomly went inside for some reason, so that's a little sketchy.
Sam came up, and Keenan was just like, just wanted to let you know that we've talked, and it's down to like you and Maddie, and I was just like, why are we like trying to like really stir that pot at the moment?
It's one of those moments where I'm at the hot seat again. It's just very circumstantial, I think. You know, someone's gotta go.
Can I heard that you threw out Maddie's name, right? I did throw out Maddie's name. I heard it initially from Courtney. Okay. Yeah. So I think
I think we're going to have a kind of split vote.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know, and I think it's going to be between you and Maddie.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know me, I'll pitch my case. I'm for this tribe. I'm sick and strong, but if we swap.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
we know that.
And long haul Maddie is a bigger threat down the line.
Mm-hmm. And I also want to let you know, like, however it goes, like that, like what was said in this room too, will never be taken away from us. Like, I want you to know that.
What will be was
when we were all you're important. You're an awesome human being.
Thanks.
And like, yeah, I think that everybody in this room, like when we were having those conversations,
This felt like losing felt like a blind side. I was not ready for this.
Nor was I.
Earlier today, I was brought into a 5-person alliance with Rafa, Zach, Ryan, and Courtney. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I don't know if I'm just the 5th in this, but I'm gonna ride this until there isn't an option.
Partially truthful. He was literally like, "It's one of y'all two, right?" Didn't he say that?
Yeah.
It was like, "When it's one of y'all two."
To Sam.
To Sam. Well,
To Sam and who?
no, it was. I was standing there. He said to Sam that it was between Sam and Matt. That's what he said.
I'm very nervous. My name's out there, so it's gonna be me or someone else. I feel like I've contributed a lot to help with things here, so hopefully that's seen. I know everyone has though, so I don't really know how we're gonna face the votes.
This one's a tough one. We're going back and forth on a couple names. We really liked each other. We bonded over the past 2 immunity challenges where we've won, and we've sat and talked and just gotten to know each other in a Survivor. But us 8, we didn't want to go to this tribal council. And we had just got back.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
When we were standing right
Yeah.
there, and he said it was between you and Maddie.
Between me?
Yeah.
Apparently, it's between us. Apparently, I didn't listen.
Did you not hear him say that? Yeah. He said between you and Maddie, and he said, and then he said, "Are you okay with that?" And then you said, "Yeah." So I was confused as to what was happening.
That's not what I heard.
What did you hear?
Like, I wouldn't have agreed to that.
I thought you threw out yours.
He threw out both of yours.
Okay, I know I'm tired, but I don't know if I'm that tired.
I swear I heard him say it was between you and Maddie.
I have said to Keenan and Maddie that the vote is going to be between the two of them, and I have to vote for Maddie because I cannot vote for Keenan based on the conversations we had and how important they are to him. And I have to give him a chance.
I'm voting Keenan. I'm not ready. I will thank you. I will be voting with you.
If he can rally the votes, I have to give him that chance. But like, I'm not really thinking that's going to happen.
Yeah.
And I love it.
Thank you for being honest with me.
Right, I love working with you, and I don't see another way to make the votes go.
Yeah. I understand. I just know
I'm not voting for anything.
Thank you.
I've said it from the beginning. I'm not putting a girl's name.
Yeah. I don't want to
until
do that
like
right now.
unless I absolutely have to. Like if it's
we're already down, I feel like.
Yeah.
How do I spell your name?
Oh no.
MADDIE. Don't put a Y on there.
K-E-N-N-E-N.
I'll literally walk off. I'll be like, we don't even need to read that something.
I'm not voting for him. I'm not going to do that. We had a lot of really good heart-to-hearts. And I even told him, like, it is between you and Maddie. I want you to know, I don't want to. I don't want you to go home. But
Can I ask why me instead of anyone else? Just so I can feel better.
The people who were there were 5 people in the room. Like after we talked about, and like you were one of them that wasn't there. And also Keenan said Keenan believes that it is one of you two that is going, and then we know that you have immunity, so that leaves based on him.
That makes sense.
He's going to vote for you, so you're going to have at least one vote on you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing we can do to have no votes on you.
Okay.
It went as well as it could. Like I'm trying to let her know, like I'm voting for you, and I have to. Yeah. And I even told him like it is between you and Maddie, and like I am voting for her, but I don't have control over anyone else. So he has been definitely clued in.
I know Brian's voting for me because he told me that. So I said he wants to work with me, but I like to get revenge. So if you're gonna write my name down, I'll come for you next.
Keenan's already voting for Maddie, and seeing Brian is probably going to go vote for Maddie unless he goes back on his word that he's about Keenan.
Well, he just pulled Maddie.
I know that's what
So I'm
that's
so curious.
Yeah. So that's also going to be a big character tell if like you're willing to give like shake your hand, shake somebody, shake somebody's hand, say them and I'll give you my word that I have to vote to. Because either you or the person I'm going to talk to.
The thing is that I have said that I have a core 4 and then I have and it's unfortunate, but Keenan, your name has been on the table since we got here, honestly, and he was running around. I'm not going to second guess myself. I can't second guess myself.
This is messy.
It is messy.
This is like gotten to the point where it's messy.
Because there's like we're dwindling in numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna get bloody.
And that's where it's gonna get bloody. Yeah. So.
He just told me that he can't write Keenan's name down after the story, so therefore he's writing my name down because I wasn't in the group of 5, so my name was thrown out there since I was in the room. I would just like to say I think I can really help us in challenges. I know I didn't win the last one, but I think I've done good.
I will not be writing your name.
Can you vote with me?
Yeah, of course.
Courtney wants to vote with us. Like.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm not writing
Okay.
your name down. Okay. I was like, wait, are you?
Like I need to make sure everyone
to me? No, we're good. I'm like, okay.
I like Keenan a lot. He just opened up to us about his autism, but for my game to keep going, I think I got to vote him out because I think he would be the most truthful about what I did if he found out. I don't think he knows that I found the idol, but I found it with the box. So.
No, like you don't want me.
No, you're not interrupting.
No, you're not. We gotta be more clear with our no.
That sounded now like I made eye contact with him and I was like no, but no, I was saying you're not interrupting.
But again, not only a lot of people think I put Keenan's name out there. A lot of people think again Brian and Courtney are driving the boat, but I think I'm controlling this thing from afar.
I'm just going to be straightforward. I'm not putting a woman's name on a sheet of paper until I absolutely have to. So unfortunately, you don't have the right parts.
That's great. I love that.
Hey, no way.
I am not. I told myself coming into this that until I absolutely have to, I want as many women to get to the end as possible. And then when it gets down to the nitty-gritty, then I'll do what I have to do. That's just something personal for myself. I'm sorry if it negatively impacts you, but I just have to go with what I have to stay true to myself and what I came in here wanting to do.
That's very fair. I don't fault you for that.
I'm sorry.
It's alright.
Keenan came up to talk to me to try to get me to not vote for him, and I told him that I was not going to put a girl's name on a sheet of paper until I have to, and basically told him that I was going to be voting for him.
I heard it was between me and Maddie tonight. They were just very, very blunt with me that we are the ones that in the hot seat. Courtney particularly said that she will not write a woman's name down. She wants all the women together, and you know, I'm all for the girl power and everything. Unfortunately, said girl power is against myself. So, God, I hate having to look like chauvinist and everything like that, but man.
makes me really sad to beg for Keenan.
And the thing is too, is like we just opened up and like had a heart to heart.
Yeah.
He wanted to talk to me, and he was like, I know that's not between me and Maddie, and I was like, look, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not putting a girl's name down on a sheet of paper until I absolutely have to. I was like, you don't have the right parts for that. So, I'm not voting Maddie out. That's just Keenan. We're all voting for Keenan. I think so. I think that's what's happening. I don't know.
So I've been fighting like hell. Pitching Zach, saying that I deserve to be here. Brian knows I deserve to be here. Rafa knows. So I'm pitching like hell to get Courtney. I've told that to Maddie that it doesn't have to be them. It doesn't have to be us. I've told Yanae it doesn't have to be me or Maddie. It could be Courtney. And I also have told Sam, Courtney. This guy meaning that I could protect him, and personally I think that kind of saved his ass too.
I do notice I am kind of noticing someone trying to definitely drive close.
Somebody trying to drive it?
There was someone trying to drive close.
Who?
Courtney.
Oh.
I'm just knowing that she's driving a little bit more, so it's definitely, I think that doing that vote would be huge, and it would be a huge part of this game. Courtney's a big threat down the line.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
So is that who you're pitching instead of Maddie?
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
But there are people that he suggested that I don't necessarily disagree with. So.
Was the person who brought up both Maddie and Ryan's names just out of thin air. There is a very strict control right there, and we can catch it by surprise. Yeah. Okay. You guys good? I'm good.
Alright, if we can get other people.
This just too much. Like I got Rafa.
Maybe.
I want to go with you. We need to collect more stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mind you, we're both, the two that are up our names up right now. So.
Yeah. And I'm not going to Maddie now.
I heard differently.
I won't. I'm not right.
Thank you.
No. That was only circumstantial because it was between us.
Yeah.
You
can't write your own name
down.
down.
No, funny enough, Courtney was pitching, and she's Sam, and then she said you out of thin air, and then I said
was wondering was that who started?
Yes.
I could potentially be going home. I was told that Courtney threw my name out, but I was also told by her that she's not going to vote for a girl, so I don't really know what's going on.
And now he's throwing my name out to every person in our tribe and is trying to get me eliminated now. I hate this. I literally hate this. I feel all like crummy inside.
You don't feel crummy, you hug.
Stop it, Kaden! I love this game, but I hate it! I'm too much of an empath for this game.
I mean, we're doing something that is on the surface very unkind, as kindly as we possibly can, and that's all you can strive for in this dumb world.
She's driving, and I think she's trying to really drive the boat.
Okay.
And that is a huge threat for the long haul. She's played these games before.
Mm-hmm.
That's from what I was saying, she won't take someone.
Okay. I mean, I clearly need to talk to other people. I know, I hate it. We don't have to do that, but like, what else? Who are you thinking? You're thinking her? You're thinking...
No. I just... Ugh.
Who are you thinking?
I don't know. That's the thing. I guess the only person... Fuck. I was thinking... Fuck.
I hate it.
It was Sam. But it doesn't have to be Sam. Also, the way you said it was an option, I was like...
Who don't you trust?
I don't know if I trust her.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
I've never felt like a favorite bitch. I don't know how this is gonna go. I think I am. I don't know whose name I'm gonna put down.
Bringing up a bunch of valid points. I do think that Maddie and Courtney are huge threats. They are definitely on the top of my list, but I can't do that and put one of their names out right now because that would be me putting out my head. And the last thing I want to do is to stick my head out.
But I'm hoping I'm getting a good spot. I definitely owe Zach a lot in that very first vote from this morning's. My name was out there and Zach had kind of put a stop to that, so I feel like I owe Zach something in this game. What that is and how long it's going to last, I'm not sure, but he protected me, so I feel like I gotta provide him with some safety and some loyalty later on. But
the groups that stay together from the beginning are the most successful. It's just when things get in the way, your head gets in the way. But the groups that stick together, make it to the end.
And I told Keenan it should be Courtney, and then he started throwing her name out there, so everyone thinks Keenan threw out Courtney's name, but it was really me too. So we'll keep going with it.
Just nothing her and Keenan. And she was straight up like, I'm not voting on Joanne until I see what happens with her. So like, even though we're like not afraid that there's a Girls Alliance, she's driven the past couple votes, I feel like.
I'm hoping people that said they would vote with me are voting with me. If not, I'm done.
I'm still locked in. Please, I am like having a crisis right now.
Oh, me too.
Like my chest is like.
Oh yeah, my stomach is in my ass right now. Yeah.
I have to hope my alliance is as strong as I hope it is. Even though some of the members were just saying that we have to stick together, so let's hope that they actually stick with it.
Chicken wings. If you just have like 10 rotisserie chickens, I will take them all.
I will take 10.
10
rotisserie.
The food line.
Rotisserie chickens? Yes, 10.
10 please.
I'm gonna fight. You know what? Everyone here's gonna fight. All fair and love and war, but I think I'm gonna try. I'm still gonna fight in this game, and I hope Courtney's out.
Dive right on into some questions here. We'll start this time with Rafa. Rafa, it's been a while since your tribe has been to a tribal council. How much has changed since the last time that you were here?
This one freaking sucks, I'm not gonna lie. This one is, I feel like all of us, our heads were down. We were waiting to light our torches and stuff, just because we all got to bond after we won those two challenges. We're riding a high, and then, you know, we're whittling down their numbers, but now we're gonna be down again. But it's hard because like this vote is not about likability, because I feel like we all like each other. It's just, you know, someone has to go.
You got to go on a mining excursion this round. What are your thoughts on these mining excursions, and has it changed the way that you've approached the game at all?
I don't know if it's changed my approach to the game, but I think it's definitely nice getting information from the other side and kind of get a pulse check of what is happening there, because then you can start thinking about what may happen in a potential swap or a merge. You're already having some more information that you maybe wouldn't have had if the mining excursion wasn't there, and it's fun when you get some nice little goodies as well.
I don't think that there's a hierarchy, but I do feel as though it was not as chaotic as it was the first vote. And unfortunately, what that is that we are coming together as a tribe and having really good communication, but we're also having to vote up one of our own that we're having those really good conversations and communication with, and it makes it harder in that sense.
I was very honest with this vote. I let everybody know.
like maybe it's dumb for me to do, but I feel like I have to. If everyone decides like, you know what, Brian's gonna be like flipping his cars too much, like, okay, I guess I'm done. Like I have to let people who, you know, matter to me, like, know that they matter to me. So I'm not dumb. I just talk to them. I talk to everybody that this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And we're all for it.
So everyone here, you've told who you're going to vote for?
Yes.
May I ask whom?
I am voting for Maddie. Maddie knows that I'm voting.
Maddie, how do you feel about that?
When I first heard it, not so great. I think after the conversation we had, a little better, but still not good because my name is still out there, which means there's potentially other people voting for me as well. So not great, but I do appreciate the push.
I think people are prioritizing the long haul, if I'm really honest. I think swap's in mind, I think the merge is in mind, and I think morale's in mind.
Is that what you're prioritizing? Personally?
I'm prioritizing it and I'm bringing it.
Mark, has this game been easier or harder than what you expected?
I think it's been harder, but only because of the relationships that come with it. I don't think I imagined to be like, oh, I don't want a single person to leave. I wish it was easier in that way. So that part's been harder to navigate.
Like in all of our conversations, it's not typically just one person or two people leading conversations. Everybody's input is being accepted and listened to. So I don't really think there's anybody that's like the leader of our group. Everybody has their strengths, and I think they're all implemented in our group very well.
Can we change the name of the game to Survivors instead of Survivors? Like, you know, Survivors with an S on the end?
Unfortunately not. But no matter what, at the end of this, you'll all be Azurite family forever. So in a way, you are all survivors.
Well, that's tender.
But now it's time to cut a member of your family out.
This one's tough, man.
My name's definitely out there. I'm not gonna write my name down.
Sorry.
If anyone has an idol or an advantage and you want to play it, now would be the time to do so. Okay, great. I'll read the votes. The first vote. Maddie. The next vote. Keenan. 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 That's 3 votes Keenan, 1 vote Maddie. Maddie. That's 2 votes Maddie, 3 votes Keenan. Keenan. The 4th player voted out of Blue Ridge Survivor, Gold River. Keenan. Keenan, that's 5, that's enough. Please bring me your torch. All right.
Kick ass at redemption. Of when?
You got it.
okay, guys. It's okay. Guys, lighten up here, okay?
Wait, you actually shouldn't have the comfort up.
That's all right. Keenan, you have a chance to come back into the game, but for now, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go. I'll be honest. I got the feeling in like my head when it gets really cold and your hair kind of stands up and like you get the cold chills. Like I feel that on the scalp right now. I can tell that was emotional and it almost made me emotional. I'm not even in the game. Yeah. So the game is tough. I'm very proud of you all for playing it. There's a lot more to be done.
If you pull out an idol, I might cry.
Everyone knows I'm doing this. Everyone knows I'm doing this. And it's a throwaway vote.
It's tough, man. I didn't want to vote for this person, but you found the box that I was trying to throw away when I found the idol. Clearly I didn't throw it far enough. And you found it. Even though I have the idol in my possession, I still got to vote you out because it might be on me. And everybody else is getting you too. Nothing but respect. Thank you for opening up about your autism, but even though again everybody thinks Brian and Courtney threw out your name, I'm driving this game right now. I planted the seed because I needed you gone. I'm sorry, dude. I know you trust me, but I appreciate you.
Didn't want to write anyone's name down, but this should be where the rest of it's going. And we'll see.
Fairly well. I didn't think anyone was over at this game yet. I really wanted to switch it to Courtney. Really did. Seeing where Brian sees it, this is just a safer option. But I really don't want it. I don't want it to really go. This is the only reason I'm right. Love you still, sister.
That's all for this episode of Blue Ridge Survivor. Thank you so much for watching. Next time, with darkness falling upon the game, a twist shakes things up for both tribes.
The player amongst your tribe who wins individual immunity will not be attending tribal with your tribe. Instead, players from both tribes will swap tribes. This is not a permanent thing. This is just for the round.
We're kind of playing this game very sneaky, but that just feels like a crazy move.
A double elimination round where 2 different players' tortures will be snuffed. We'll see you next time.
Nothing?
It's just probably hard to find. There's a rock in there somewhere. No, it's okay. Other people. You're excavating, okay? It's not beneath the foil.
Okay. Wow, that was tiny.
My theme song, Can't Stop by the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Because I can't stop playing these games. No matter how terrible I do.